Good morning, Toby Johnson. I'm Emily, and it's First Things First period on Tuesday, April 5th.
That means it's time for First Things First on TJTV. I'm Tyler.
Next year's web students and all cooking club students, there's a meeting on Wednesday, April 6th to discuss next week's jazz band dinner dance.
The meeting is also open to this year's web students who would like to help out. The dinner dance is next Friday, April 15th.
It should be a really fun and delicious event. Please attend in MC11 directly after school. The meeting should take about 15 minutes.
Attention Hornets 8, if you would like to audition to give a speech at a promotion, sign up today in Mr. Roblowski's room in MF5.
Auditions are this Friday during lunch.
Now let's go to Armando for today's TDIH.
This day in history.
First on this day in 1614, Pocahontas, daughter of the chief of the Powhatan Indian Confederacy, marries English tobacco planter John Rolfe in Jamestown, Virginia. The marriage ensured peace between the Jamestown settlers and the Powhatan Indians for several years. Next on this day in 1936, two small towns in Mississippi and Georgia are devastated by tornadoes, killing 200 people in one of the deadliest fates of tornadoes in United States history. A total of 466 people were killed over 4 days of nearly continuous twisters. Also on this day in 1774, Benjamin Franklin writes an open letter to Great Britain's Prime Minister Frederick Lord North from the Smyrna Coffee House in London. It was published in the Public Advertiser, a British newspaper, on April 15, 1774. Finally, on this day in 1951, the climax of the most sensational spy trial in American history is reached when a federal judge sentences Julius and Ethel Rosenberg to death for their roles in passing atomic secrets to the Soviets. Although the couple proclaimed their innocence, they died in the electric chair in June 1953. That's it for me. I'm Armando reporting for TJTV. Now back to you.
Thanks, Armando.
A suicide bombing took place on Easter Sunday evening at a park in Lahore, Pakistan, where Christian families were celebrating Easter.
This bomb killed 72 people and hundreds were wounded. The splintered group Jamaat al-Ahrar, a faction of the Pakistan Taliban, said, "We claim responsibility for the attack on Christians," as they were celebrating Easter.
It was a part of our annual Marathon attacks we have started this year, they said, and warned that more attacks would follow.
The Punjab government has since announced days of mourning and closure of all public parks in Pakistan, vowing to bring those behind the attack to trial.
Pakistan has been struggling to control Islamic insurgency since 2004, with the Pakistan Taliban frequently carrying out attacks in an attempt to overthrow the government. Thanks to Student News Daily for this information.
Now let's go to Kate and Katie for Lost and Found.
Every day, hundreds of jackets are abandoned, lost, and forgotten. These poor jackets are then placed in the lost and found and desperately hoping to be claimed. A lot of people don't realize that the lost and found keeps on growing endlessly with jackets. If you have lost a jacket, you can make a difference by going to the lost and found to help your friend come home.
It's crazy how every year we have so many lost and found items because people forget to pick up their items.
Today we will be wrapping up Lost and Found.
If any items are yours, please come to MC9 immediately to pick up your stuff.
All the items that are not picked up today will go back to the original Lost and Found spot.
Remember, new items get added to Lost and Found every day, so go and check the Lost and Found to make sure none of the items are yours.
All the items that are not collected by the end of the year will be donated.
We have some red sweatpants.
We have some gray sweatpants.
We have a greenish brownish jacket.
We have a New York Giants hat.
We have gray sweatpants.
We have some blue jeans.
We have a white shirt.
We have some black jeans.
We have a black hoodie.
We have a blue lunchbox.
We have a gray hoodie.
We have a black lunchbox.
We have a red jacket.
We have a gray jacket.
We have another gray jacket.
We have a navy blue jacket.
We have a white jacket.
And we have a gray t-shirt. Then we have a Jags PE bag to Sarah Von Ogden.
We have a one to Shanna Ocampo. And then we have one to Matthew Otani. If you have lost a water bottle, then come to MC9 to pick it up.
The water bottles are only going to be here for today.
That's it for us. I'm Kate.
And I'm Katie. Now back to you.
Thanks, Kate and Katie.
Did you know that a baby seal was found in Fremont?
Ozzie the seal is back again in the news. The baby seal was found in the front yard of a Fremont home on March 24th.
Authorities say that she had actually traveled about 4 miles from the water in order to reach the front yard of the home. Ozzie is a female northern fur seal and she is 9 months old.
She was found with no injuries and was taken to the Mammal Center in Sausalito. This was actually not the first time that Ozzie had been rescued. Last November, Ozzie was found malnourished at the New Brighton State Beach and Capitol.
After she was treated, she was released into Bodega Bay, about 100 miles northwest where she was found in Fremont.
The rescuers claim that Ozzie should have headed north towards Alaska, but she lost her way. Thanks to Associated Press for this story. For more information, go to TrineTribune.com.
Hey Tyler, do you know what time it is?
I think it's time to talk.
Sports Talk.
Exciting news in college sports, and who's going to deliver it? Not the Postal Man, but, well, me. Sports Talk is up right now. March Madness shuts the curtains until next year, but everyone can't help to talk about last night's game. Number 2 ranked Villanova Wildcats versus number 1 ranked North Carolina Rams in the 2016 NCAA National Championship. There were some former players there from previous title-winning North Carolina teams watching the action, including Michael Jordan himself and 51 other players, each from different eras. But they were about to be shocked later in the second half of the game with 4.7 seconds left in the game. But we're not going to skip to that yet. In the first half, both teams scoring a total of 73 points. UNC, although outscored Villanova 39-35 in the first half. Now, things started to change during the second half because before halftime, with 2 seconds, Phil Booth made a jumper giving Villanova momentum coming into the half. Start of the second half, UNC won the jump ball, but had a quick turnover with Joe Barry's second. Lost the ball, and Villanova had possession. But they themselves had chances, but did not take advantage of them. Chris Jenkins, an important person late in the game, missed 2 3-point jumpers in a row. UNC did end up getting the ball and finally scoring, and so did Villanova. Now moving this game to late in the second half with around 13 seconds left to per se. North Carolina is down 3. The score is 74-71. It's a one-possession game. And who comes in and saves the day? The star senior, Marcus Page, with a 3-point jumper to tie the game with 4.7 seconds left in the game. Take a look at this marvelous play. It's crazy. Well, I guess we're not doing it. All right. Moving on, the crowd going crazy. Screams and cheers fills the stadium. It's Villanova's ball. Now it's tied the score. They decide to take a timeout and inbound the ball on the sideline. The senior guard, Ryan Arcadicano, dribbles the ball down the court and gives a little pass to Chris Jenkins. Now think of it. The game's on the line, and this junior forward is the only guy who could take the last shot to win the game. I'm just going to let you guys see what happens. But no playbacks today, so... we're going to move on, I guess. Yep, the junior came in clutch for the national championship. That was a recap of the 2016 NCAA National Championship. I'm Denson. Now back to you.
Thanks, Denson.
That's it for today's show.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of
First Things First on TJTV. I'm Emily. It's National Reader Roadmap Day.
And I'm Tyler. This day is to sharpen your map reading skills.